Born ready.
As ready as I will be. Let that amp you up.
Wow. Physical violence. Unfortunately, Zach Grunberg wasn't able to join us today, so DePaulo is back. Fresh off of a deep run in the deuce to 7 single draw.
Yeah.
What happened?
I played the tournament in hindsight a little bit like Alan Kessler, perhaps, not being aggressive enough, just playing for the min cash, kind of playing too tight, I think, and not aggressive enough, although a lot of the good hands I got were near the bubble, and I had to play them tight. Either way, we made the money, second year in a row in this event. I'm confirmed for mixed game specialists. We finished 46th place for $32.91. Which does put us on the board for our first four-figure profit. We've been waiting for it. It's been here for 28 days, playing every day, and we finally got there.
Incredible. I did want to make a heartfelt apology. I saw some comments about yesterday's show. I didn't know what was going on in the Mike Gordinsky, Alex Livingston stud hand. I still don't really know what's going on, but I want to apologize for being a poker host of a show and not knowing most of the games. But let's go out to the field. We got some shots here from the 3K.
They see it already. I mean, there's nothing to go out to. We have to carry the show today, except everybody who showed up this morning is hoping that the other person will carry them. We have Frank the Psycho, or whatever his name is.
It's not
Chicken
Frank
Wing.
the Psycho. It's the Chicken Man, Frank Sapuchin, and young legend Jesse Lonis. Deep in the 3K, I think Frank is just railing with a football. Jesse is in, you saw earlier, Barack Weisbrod. I believe that's how you say his name. One of the best online tournament players in the world. I think there's like 2 tables left in this 3K.
Yeah, 19 or 18 players left in the 3K freeze out. They are playing for $675,000. Pretty sick. I saw Patrick Leonard tweeted out that I guess it was a friend, they were flipping massive ace king versus queens and offered the guy if they want to swap before it came out, and
didn't the guy shower him?
And the guy showered him and then won the flip, and I'm sure that guy's still alive. But yeah, big exciting tournament here. They were playing. Rob Kuhn had a big chip lead. We saw coverage of that early yesterday where Matt Berkey was alive, Daniel Lazarus, Rob Kuhn, 3 friends and associates of mine, or whatever the hell Matt Berkey and I are. Acquaintances. I don't know if he likes me.
Do you have beef with Berkey?
No, I'm saying I don't think he likes me, but we're in the same industry. Much like when I called you a friend the other day, and you go, "No, you're a coworker."
Yeah, I do remember that. So DePaulo having a rough one. Another failed run in a mixed event. What happened to Rob Kuhn though? I thought he had a chip lead.
He had a massive chip lead bagging. He had a massive chip lead going into like early in day 2. He was doing the color up. I have the hands. They're just quick. It's all pre-flop. Just a bunch of little short stacks. He lost ace king to aces, ace king to jacks, 9s versus 9s for a lot of chips.
Wow.
Ace queen versus ace 8, and then ace queen versus queens. All in pre-flop. He ran into it. Got unlucky. Was ready to jump off a bridge yesterday. He went back to punter's pad and just locked himself in his room. Which is like a sauna of fast food leftovers, and meditated. And now today he's ready to fire the 5K. So ready, so tilted, ready to get it back that he's skipping the $600 event that is part of the Triton package for punter's pad and saying like, I'm not going to miss the 5K, blah blah blah.
Wow. So the 5K is not part of the Triton package.
No.
Tournament.
I mean, for all ACR Team Pros it is, but like,
well, we've got a lot of stuff going on here as usual. The $1,500 Millionaire Maker is down to 7. That final table is going to start, I believe, at 1 p.m. after we're done here. We also have the $25,000 buy-in PLO final table, $2.3 million up top. Huge prizes. I believe it's Kakwon Lau is leading that. Very good, aggressive PLO player. Also have Andy Angelko with the short stack. Dylan Wiseman, one of the best PLO tournament players in the world, took a horrific beat for about 25% of the chips in play with 2 tables left.
what was the hand? Do you know the hand?
Basically, he had the nut straight and a crazy Spaniard shove with just blockers on the turn. So the crazy Spaniard needed to hit one of the straight cards for he had 2 9s, I think, and then a spade. and he hit a spade. I saw the hand live because I was just walking around railing like a huge poker fan that I am. Dylan like recoiled his body. Like,
wait, what do you mean he needed a straight card and a spade? He needed it to be both?
So the board was like Jack 8-7-5, and Dylan had 10-9, and this guy had Queen 10-10 ace. So he needed a 9.
That's
or
horrible.
a spade.
That sucks.
So on the turn, all in for all the chips. I saw Dylan's body, like in a horror movie, kind of just like, when like their spirit leaves their body, just you could tell the physical pain he was in. It's rare you see something like that, but here at the World Series, it's always possible.
So like Affleck levels of brutality against Duhamel just in the game of PLO and not televised, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of Affleck levels of brutality, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Keep me and DePaulo getting these big paychecks. But speaking of big paychecks, Dario Sammartino, one of the best, I don't know why I do that accent whenever the player's not American, one of the best Italian players in the world. I think that he's in the 3K, right? And our cameraman is dyslexic, but that's neither here nor there. We have a lot of stuff coming. We're going to show you guys some hands from the Millionaire Maker because I know you don't want to hear us talk all day, and we're extremely unprepared. So, Producer John, why don't you run one of the big hands?
All right. So we have an important before that. We know we were all waiting for Frank the Psychopath.
Is that really his nickname?
No, I don't know. I'm declaring it here.
We have Frank Sapuchin, the Chicken Man, on the rail with Natalie. Let's go out there live.
Hey guys, we're out here with
Frank.
We're here with Frank, and reminder: there are 71 days until football season. Frank, what inspired bringing the football out here today?
I like throwing things: footballs, baseballs, snowballs, beers down. Not in poker, but never know. Out and about, somebody is a knucklehead. You might have to throw a person down.
Makes total sense. So today, when you were leaving your house, you just passed the football and thought, "Let me bring it along." How'd that go?
No, I've been carrying it for a while. I throw it on break when we can be away from people, because I get in trouble if I throw it around people.
Right, and you mentioned you're in the Super Seniors today. How's it going so far?
A bit slow, but I'll hang in there. Just had a lady open jam King 3 offsuit against me against my queens. Of course, I snap called and she flopped 2 kings, but that's okay.
Does happen.
It happens.
You have your football nonetheless. Tell us a little bit about the headband.
It's the lucky chicken, even though it's a rooster. I have rubber chicken on the table. If make a final table, have real chicken on a fork. It's lucky.
Wow, well, love the headband, love the football, and good luck in the Super Seniors. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Frank the Psychopath, furious with Natalie, low-key, that she didn't know of his antics. He's always around with a football and a chicken wing, apparently. But
yeah, let's get Natalie out there safely, get her to another location before something happens with Frank the Psychopath. But we got some psychopathic hands here from the Millionaire Maker. Let's show you guys what happened last night.
Savage segue.
Action here with Jacks. Wow, aces for Zarco.
Oh, hello.
I spoke too soon about wanting action. Of course, you want no action whatsoever from pocket aces if you have jacks. Harry at risk here. Zarco doesn't need the money, but would love to win this hand.
Zarco's got his phone out, taking a photo.
Javier Zarco, pocket aces. Is he gonna rake in some more chips? Here comes the flop. Oh my God, ace in the window.
King or 10, yeah. King or 10.
Harry rooting for running cards here. Turn card. Wow. Wads.
Quad aces
Good.
for the man from Spain, Javier Zarco.
Look at that. Getting it for the gram. Javier Zarco knocking out Perry from this event in 19th place. That means we are down to the final 18. It is
kind of an idiot there wasting 2 sets when you didn't even need 1. I mean, I thought Jax was going to hit quads. This is kind of like you got to distribute your sets a little bit better than that, no?
Poor set distribution there. Very big mistake in No Limit. That event is down to 7 players. Pavel Plazov is winning or leading with the most chips. Give me a second here, guys. Pavel Plazov is winning. Has won the most chips at EV Showdown. Pavel Plazov is winning the most chips so far. Yeah, sorry.
They're playing for $1 million. Top 2 places get $1 million. They have $222,000 locked up. I know one of the kids is young, 21. Oh my God, I forget his name, but Danny Lazarus was going to coach him up on ICM last night because he's my friend, and Coach D. Laz was like helping him out. Anyway, they're playing for infinity money. The rail was insane last night. The Brazilians were out. I know you were there and shocked at how ill the rail was.
Yeah, the rail was crazy. It's a very European final table. There's a Hungarian, there's a Frenchman, only 2 Americans fighting for glory. One is a 21-year-old Miles. Did talk to his rail a little. He's from Long Island, 21. I mean,
That's where
what a
Danny's
6
from,
spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah.
Are you
Shout out
rooting
to
for him for Long
yes,
Island?
Of course. I have to root for Long Island, for America, this great, beautiful country that we live in. And yeah, so let's show you guys some more stuff.
Jesus Christ, Will.
Ja, genau. 24 Euro.
Just over 11.
Super nervös. Aber ist das Spiel so langsam? Ich habe das Gefühl, wenn man dann...
Zarko thinking about getting a little aggressive here with the Queen 10 of Hearts. Looks like it. There it is.
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass viel
Wow, Zarko coming out swinging. Paparo going to lay down one of the potential queens that he might need. Depends a little bit on what Stousholm has, and he makes the call. We got an all-in showdown here.
Looks like Ace-King of Spades.
Ace-King of Spades for Stousholm, and Zarko Donnie, not too long ago, on top of the world, now halfway out the door.
Yes. He is 37% in this hand, though. 2 live cards. The hearts are live for him as well.
Flop comes out. Jack, Jack 5. Zarko on his way out the door unless he catches a queen or a 10. We're running flush or straight cards. Stousholm's Ace-King looking very strong here. Let's see the turn card. It's the deuce of clubs. Zarko awaiting the river to see if he can stay in this tournament. The former runner-up of this event, is he going to be the next to go? Oh, it's a queen river. Wow. Javier Zarko fades elimination. This man has been in more hands than any.
Yeah.
And Remco with another mush. You don't want to be all in with Remco saying, oh, he can't lose because you're going to lose.
Or find the fold if you're Helmuth.
Yeah, but we've got some cutting-edge footage here, guys. This is not the $600 tournament. This is not the 5K tournament. This is not even the seniors tournament. It's the super seniors, DePaulo.
If you stay alive until 60 years old and you have $1,000 left in your savings because you manage your retirement funds accurately, you can play with these type of people. Skullman, Scooter Boy, Skullman Jr.
One of the toughest fields of the series here, the super seniors event. These players have seen it all. Filtering through the room there. We'll see if Natalie can grab some interviews. I'm not sure what happened with Mintzy. I do believe he's still alive, still on the wellness journey. Unfortunately, dusted off a big stack last night in the $250 deep stack.
Yeah, he was very pumped on his stack. He hasn't been withered down like you or I, even though he's been playing poker on and off for a while. He still somehow had hope with a big stack in the deep stack. Tried to bluff a lady off a block bet, but she called with third pair, and he was pretty bummed. But the hopium returns. This is every day here. It's been a month for me. I was excited. I thought I was gonna clash with Helmuth. Play with the big boys. Jason Mercier is still alive in that tournament.
Good-looking Jason Mercier.
Sexy. I can't take back what I said 2 days ago enough, because I called him one of the people who's fallen off the most in their looks in poker. The dude.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Looks like an Italian waiter that would have relations with your partner if allowed to.
Or have a connect for anything you might need while you're in town in West Palm Beach.
What do you need? What do you need? So
He's very tan.
yeah, DePaulo, it looks like what has happened here is DePaulo has held on for dear life all summer, but he's hit the wall now. He's hit the withered, dusty reg wall, busting the deuce to 7 single draw in 50th place. You are officially on tilt, DePaulo, I can tell.
You think so? I mean,
I can feel it.
I
You
could
smell. You smell like tilt.
I smell like tilt. Is not surprised. I didn't shower today. This is tilt. I think though that if I maybe needed the Brazilians to amp me up because I was playing next to the rail there of the Millionaire Maker yesterday, and all the cheering and hopium really amped me up. So if I make a final table, I'm going to come out and finally reveal that I'm Brazilian. So they're there for me in full force.
Speaking of Brazilians, we've got Natalie on the floor with. I'm not sure if this guy is Brazilian.
Potential Euro.
Potential Euro on the rail here.
Guys, I'm amongst some incredible Americans out here in the Super Seniors field. None more patriotic than Kirby here. Kirby, how's it going?
Doing pretty good today.
How many chips you got? How's your table?
I got about 47,000.
Where are you from originally?
Southern Illinois.
And what brought you here?
A big red car.
Okay, so you drove.
Yeah.
And you're looking to take down the Super Seniors event. What's going to be the key to beating the rest of them in this field?
I need to chip up and be conservative.
And Kirby, before you go, what number World Series of Poker is this for you?
15.
Wow, we appreciate your time. Best of luck out there. Thanks, Kirby. Guys.
Kirby, crusher online, known as Biden Sucks 29 on WSOP.com. You heard his very conservative play style. And I love that Natalie's interviews, and what an answer. What brought you here? A big red car.
Yeah. That's the hardest I've heard you laugh, despite the jokes I sling out there this entire High Noon series.
I mean, that was one of the fact that we thought that guy was a Euro shows how good our reads are. We are not going to be winning any more money this summer. We're just going to try to minimize losses.
I would stop manifesting that. I think that, a lot of these gurus say positive things, but if Kirby makes the final table, I'll surely be on the rail. And speaking of rails, I just want to show you some it was wild last night. Will was on the rail playing the WSOP bracelet event on his phone. I was next door in the deuce to 7, and this is an example of the chaos that was going down on the rail.
He's going to pick up the blinds and antes here. Take this one down. Button's good. Oh my God, Donnie, did you see that? He just smashed his drink on the rail. Yeah, you better pretend like you're still drinking from that. He just walks off. He's like, no, that wasn't mine.
Okay, then.
Okay, see you later, buddy.
All we ask is that you don't break anything.
What was that?
And then he breaks something.
Incredible. I was on the rail. I believe those guys were railing the Hungarian player. They had these big drinks, and they were going nuts. Like every time anything happened, they would start screaming. Like if their player was in the big blind and someone under the gun folded, they would be like, "Yes, good fold, yeah." But one of them had one of those drinks, and he was using it as like a musical instrument, like a didgeridoo or
It doesn't
something.
look like what you're motioning, but
Yeah, that's not a musical instrument. You don't like to play that one? I guess we play different musical instruments, DePaulo and I. DePaulo more of a flute type of guy. more of a,
a rusty trombone.
But yeah,
type
let's
of
show you
guy.
guys a shot, a great cutting edge photo. I mean, the top photographers, Annie Leibovitz level material here. Let's go.
I would like to shout out the actual photographer because they just get shafted. Like Rampage and I steal their photos for thumbnails, and they're out here doing reporting. But that's great.
Yeah, well, go ahead. I'm sure you know their name.
Haley Holchester, I know.
Okay. Well,
Oh shit. Enrique and Antonio and Miguel. All I'm sure legally here.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's go to the next segment. Let's go to another winner's photo.
I guess we at PokerGo only hire illegal photographers. They don't pay their High Noon hosts. Really like multi-million-dollar operation here that skimping on the labor.
Yeah, go back to that photo, John. Do we know who this is? Marcin Harecki, who took down the mouth Matisau in an epic heads-up match in a mixed game that I don't know. And then this gentleman, this fine older gentleman here, took down the Salute to Warriors event.
We were on the coverage of, and some of the people on the rail, we interviewed a retired firefighter, Stephen Genovese. He fought the elements for a living, saving lives, saving cats from trees. Now he comes here, pays respects to Warriors by paying the rake and winning the event for $200-something thousand, $500 entry. Congratulations to him. And now, much smaller rail, appropriately for a much more boring game, limit 3K6 max. But you keep it humble. There you see Jason Daly with his husband.
Oh, this is Jesus Christ. This is Jason Daly, I believe, with his father.
Oh.
Shipping the limit event. Only had his father on the rail. No one was watching because it was limit 6 max. Somehow 10-handed limit is better than 6 max. But yeah, a game that will probably be illegal soon. Limit Hold'em. Of course, Ronnie Barda's best game.
That's what you do, and that's what I'm becoming. When you, and I don't know if Limit Hold'em applies for, qualifies as mixed games, but when you can't play No Limit Hold'em anymore that well, you just call yourself a mixed game specialist, as I'm in the process of doing, and then you just go play these games in fields where people are making horrible plays, drinking, 1.5 people per table. The PLO 8, I don't know if, I haven't seen that on the schedule this year, is savage tournament with the drinking. People are just wiling it off.
Yeah, the drinking also starts to pick up around this time of the summer.
Yeah.
Like, it's no more messing around. The health kick is over. You're 25 days into the series. It's time to grab a cold one. You heard Frank Sapuchin likes to throw footballs, snowballs, and beers down the hatch. Luckily, Natalie made it out of that interview alive. Let's show you what's going on.
Use some snowballs to pick up his energy. You want to see people's shorts? You really going to ask?
Yeah, I want to show you guys this camera footage. Show you guys what's going on behind the scenes. I believe that's the Super Seniors area back there. Yeah, we don't have to. We can cut from this actually, John.
I did play Raz. Someone in the chat saying go play some Raz. I tried it. The stud variants are much harder, but my mixed games schedule is over for the series until if the PLO 8 is on the schedule, I may play that if I'm not broke. Lucky to get some cash back in the flow to be able to enter the 600 a day for punter's pad, 40-minute levels. It's a fun value tournament. Value as far as like getting to play a little bit more for a low buy-in level. And the Colossus is coming up. But we're kind of approaching the main event. There's a whole meta game of what day one you're going to pick. People have all the debate which is the softest day one, and I don't really know. I think I'm just going to play the first day one, but are you going to sell at 1 point whatever for the main? And get in
I
there?
don't know. I mean, selling it feels like I'm scamming people. So
sell at face to friends.
I mean, what are you selling at for the main?
Well, just at face. I mean, part of it will be on a stake deal that I have. Part of it will just be at face value to friends or like for like people who have coached me. Like D-Laz, I'll sell face value pieces too. My friend Tom, Crypto Tom from my vlog, sell face value pieces too. And then if I want to scam the public a little bit, I'll go to. No, I'm joking. I'll sell at like small markup, maybe some, but I don't think for the main I'll even do that. Like I sold half of myself on PokerStake.com in the deuce to 7 at face, just because I wanted to be able to play and not worry about it.
You heard it first. DePaulo is going to sell a bunch for the main and then go play the Orleans simultaneously with 20% of himself. We have the high stakes duel coming up. Doug Polk has gotten active again, made a deep run, and I have to tell you guys, I have some inside information on Doug's heads-up loss.
Well, I was distracted by this all-in with Jesse Lonis, perhaps, an unknown Euro, potential Euros, deep in the 3K6
No,
match.
this isn't an Israeli, okay? Yesterday, or a few days ago, you said Joey Wiseman is a Euro because he's Israeli.
Right.
Which I don't think any of those things are true.
No, I'm pretty sure Wiseman's an Israeli last name, and that's in Europe.
I don't believe Israel is in Europe, but this guy is a Euro, 100% confirmed French player. I think his name might be Julian. The Euros are really coming out in full force, guys. Be on the lookout. These are not American regs. These are Euros here to take our money, bring it back to Europe where it's worth a lot more money right now. Somehow the Euro has completely flip-flopped with the dollar. But we don't need to get into politics. Final table coming at this 3K also, I believe at 2 p.m. today. Our producer John is typing something extremely distracting in the background. It's like, but
Wait, what was the Doug Polk heads-up challenge?
Okay.
He's getting to play Eric Persson.
So no, Doug. Well, Doug has become active on Twitter again. He's taken a few
Active on YouTube.
a few days off to spend time with his baby. Finally comes back, fires at Galfond, fires at Eric Person. Also, I'm going to use this time to make a quick plug. I will be doing commentary for Bally's Big Bet Poker at the Trop, which is launching live later today. You can multi-table that with whatever's on PokerGo, of course. But Doug wants to be in that game, said he'll bring $1 million and make the game good. But I spoke to the guy who won the 25K heads up and beat Doug, and he told me that he picked up a physical tell.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super interesting.
Yeah, so the last hand, not the last hand, but one of the big hands, Doug bluffed, and the guy who won, Chan, ended up calling with just kind of a middle pair type of hand with a blocker. But he said Doug very quickly, demonstratively, slammed the chips in the middle.
That's like one of the old classic tells that they say.
Yeah, and Doug, is not an exploitative player. He's a complete by-the-book, Chan felt that he was very disrespected because he's actually a really good heads-up player, and he said the commentators were calling him kind of like a fish, and that Doug had no idea who he was. So that cost Doug the heads-up bracelet, which was a big loss for him. I don't think people realize this. For his brand, winning that tournament as a heads-up crusher would have been the most monumental thing he could have done for brand awareness and brand building.
He still parlays it into a lot of money better than I do. All the other vloggers parlay what success they've had into quite a bit more getting action. I parlay it into high noon.
Doug winning the 25K heads up at the World Series would be equivalent to DePaulo winning the $60 nightly at South Point.
They are big boosts to our brand. It's on what everyone expects. I think I'm really meant to win a Super Turbo here, possibly this 600. Something like this. I hope to at least cash the main and win the Triton package. It's going to come down to the main. I just don't want to bubble again. And actually, that's not true. I want to just win. But I don't understand what the hell you're saying about Doug. So you're saying that Doug can know what he's going to do because you just have it kind of memorized in a bit, but still subconsciously be aware that you're bluffing, or consciously, and then give a physical tell? Because it seems funny that he would know what's a good bluffing hand by heart and then still kind of reveal it. I guess yeah. I know what's a good bluff, and I'm still nervous and trying to control my breath, even though I know it's a good bluff.
Yeah, I think he's just not thinking about that. I don't think Doug is using physical tells on his opponents, so I don't think he's thinking about ones he gave off. But look, I did talk to the winner of the event, gave away that information to me.
Poker players always tell the truth, so.
Look, the guy won the event, Ryan. He won $500K. Jesus.
Whatever. Heads up, maybe the future for me. Getting bored of playing 10-handed poker. 6-max tournaments are great. If you guys want to send $10,000 in super chats, maybe I can get half and play the 5K.
We've rough show today. Sorry, guys. We've got an announcement. The high stakes duel is going to be between Daniel Negreanu and Doug Polk. Rematch of the epic match they played online.
Oh, I don't know who's Doug Polk playing. I don't know if
Daniel Negreanu.
I don't know.
Yeah, DePaulo doesn't know who this is. We'll show you though. Here's a clip.
So here's the deal. Doug Polk has never in history beat me playing live poker. It's never happened. We played once. I obviously won. Online poker thing, forget about that. We're playing live poker, my arena. I'm going to come away with the victory. Bring it. We're not even going to throw out the idea of him beating me, but if something crazy were to happen, chances are pretty good that I would do a rematch, but we're not looking at no rematches.
Sick. I actually do know who Daniel Negreanu is now that I see his face. He's a known player, I think, been around for a while, YouTuber.
Only the most recognizable face and name in poker.
He literally is poker. I mean, he's vlogging. He's been good for years. He's ahead of the game with small ball. He's a nice guy. He's probably AI. I think he's probably not even real.
Yeah. Shout out to Lenny from work who says stick to roulette, DePaulo, columns and dozens. Don't know what that means.
Like the first 12, you 3x your bet or whatever.
But this is one of the guys who called Chan a fish in the 25K heads-up commentary. This is Brock Wilson, I believe.
Yeah.
Deep in the 3K. This is getting down to the meat and potatoes of this tournament.
One of the young wizards of the game.
Yeah. Will not be doing commentary again, I can promise you that, but is making a run in this tournament.
Wow. You heard it here first. They are so desperate for a commentator for the PLO tonight. Brent Hanks asked me, like, do you know PLO at all? And I was like, no. And I don't even know if I know commentary at all. Although I really am looking to get some reps in the commentary field. So if you guys have any jobs out there.
Well, I may bring DePaulo over to the Trop with me at some point. It feels like it's a good setting for him.
Yeah. I would appreciate it. That's where they're building the new stadium here, the baseball stadium?
No, that's on delay. Stadium's on delay.
Are you
but
serious?
We've got to. Yeah,
You're telling me government agencies can't get their shit together to get something done quickly?
We don't need any more baseball. Period.
What?
The sport needs to be wiped out immediately.
Are you serious?
It's too slow
What
for the
sports do
modern
you like?
attention span.
Is
Basketball, football. Wait, so we got Brock Wilson. I think he just stacked someone, or he's getting stacked. I can't really tell.
I think he's paying out an all-in. I'm not sure.
Poor Brock Wilson. Looks like he's getting showered here.
Oh, no, he looks like he doubled.
Oh, he doubled. Yeah, wow. Incredible commentary here, guys.
Well, it's hard to tell when they're counting out chips like that. Usually they've doubled, or they're just counting out. Or he might have just one chip left and owe the guy a lot of money, you know?
Huge double in the 3K. Hopefully it's a Euro who's giving him the chips. I don't believe so, though.
Right, let's root for America. And I don't want to have to hear, they do these bracelet not reveal, it's like gender reveal, fucking giveaway, what do they call? Awarding ceremonies in the middle of the floor in Paris. And if it's a person from another country, they have everyone stand for their stupid national anthem. I don't know if we're at war with half of these countries. If a Hungarian wins the fucking Millionaire Maker, they're going to say, everybody, please stand for the Hungarian national anthem. I don't know what they do. I don't know if I should stand. I might be disrespecting our troops. I didn't almost fire the salute to warriors for nothing. I'm not a dick. So maybe he was just betting. I don't know if he'd be standing up. Who knows what's going on
I think that is
here.
a Euro. Getting busted by Brock Wilson. Only 2 tables left in this 5K. Brock Wilson, Barack Wiesbrod, Jesse Lonis, and I'm not sure if Dario Samatino is still in, but just tons of action here. We will have the 25K final table for you, 25K PLO, yes, on PokerGo later. Did the 10K final table commentary. Not going to do this one, unfortunately. Neither is DePaulo. As you can see, we'll get the shot of the young legend, Brock Wilson, just stacking up a pile. I mean, what a feeling. Something me and DePaulo will probably never experience for the rest of our lives, stacking up chips deep in a big WSOP tournament.
I don't believe you. I will. You know, I made the final 50, even though, yes, it was a 550-person field. I had a sweat to have a sweat yesterday. I had a chance to have a chance. Again, I played like fucking chainsaw, I think, and I don't, excuse my language. Excuse my language.
So was this an overreaction to you punting so much early in the summer that you felt like you had to adjust and play like chainsaw?
Well, no, I mean, it's a game I don't get to play ever a lot. So I think in hindsight, I wasn't aggressive enough with like my good draws or some pat hands I should have maybe 3-bet. So I'm just saying this in hindsight. Also, some of the really good hands I got were nearing the bubble, and I don't know. But it looks like we have Mintzy ready with Brock Lesnar. Brock Wilson, I'm kidding, of course. He's not on
the
steroids.
young legend, Brock Wilson. Mintzy is alive and well. He's out in the field. Let's go out to these gentlemen.
I'll make it quick. I ain't trying to waste some. All right, we're out in the field, down to 2 tables in the World Series of Poker $3,000 event, day 3. We're joined by the chip leader, high roller, Brock Wilson. He's beating the hell out of people. Look at his stack over here. Brock, looks like you're having a good day. How we doing?
Yeah, great. First hand off the deck, I made a pretty big call and was right, and then just gotten a big flip and fortunately held jacks to ace queen, so that was felt good. It's nice to win these in the big spots. I've definitely been fortunate to do that a lot.
So now going to be moving down to final 2 tables. Going to be up here on the featured table. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. It was nice to get the 12 p.m. restart today. I slept well. I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know. I've nehad never really come that close to a WSOP bracelet, so hopefully today's the day.
Talk a little bit about your big call that got you going today.
Yeah, I had 3rd pair and the river sort of came in a flush, and it was a spot where I thought my opponent was repping kind of thin, and I kind of just didn't have a great hand to call, to be honest, but I just kind of felt that there was a lot of ways to be bluffing, and the price was reasonable, and I just went for it, and it felt good that my opponent mucked, and I took it down.
Yeah, so obviously that builds some good confidence, and you make a big call like that, and you're right. You feeling like you're going to build off this momentum?
Yeah. The big flip also helps. I have some room now to, maybe make a few bad calls and still be all right. So, yeah, I'm feeling good.
Watch out for Brock Wilson. Where are you from, Brock?
I'm from New York.
Okay. We're repping New York. Good luck. Day 3 of the $3,000 event. Brock Wilson headed toward the final table. It looks like we're all pulling for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Back to Will and Ryan here on High Noon. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Blub in the chat criticizing Brock. I'm sure they're of equal poker minds, saying big variance call. We will see how that will work out for him later on.
You gotta love the guy makes a hero call. You don't even hear the hand, and the chat pros are still out. We don't even have a hand history. It's one thing if you see a guy, you see the cards, and you go, "Oh, that's a bad call." You don't even know the hand history, and the chat pros. This is unbelievable.
See how deep he runs with that.
Would expect nothing less from our chat. Thank you guys. You guys are matching our level of live expertise with your chat skills. That was incredible. Turning the show around here with. I mean, thank you, Blub. Can we get Blub the Chat Pro Award of the day?
Get
for
him
that?
an upswing poker training course or elite poker coaching. But yeah, no, shout outs to Blub. Shout outs to Brock. He has a sweat. And it's so crazy. This is why poker tournaments are so insane and heartbreaking and whatever. It's like, especially Hold'em, right? Because you can have like the pure nuts and basically know you can't lose in games like Deuce to 7 or whatever. But in Hold'em, you get an aces, you're 80-20 most of the time at best. Brock, deep in a tournament, making all the right moves, navigating the field, studied for years, and then it comes down to an incorrect call by Blub. No, it comes down to a flip.
No, I mean, I just cannot get over the fact that this guy doesn't even know the hand. He doesn't know what cards he had, and he still finds a way to criticize it. Just classic chat proism there. But
be nice to Blub. Shout outs to Blub.
Yeah, shout out to Blub. Shout out to everyone in the chat. You guys are amazing. Shout outs
see
to
you
New
guys.
York, the best state in the world.
We agree on that, We agree on that. Although
even
Long
DePaulo,
Island,
even though DePaulo is from Jersey.
I'm not from Jersey.
DePaulo and Skullman are both from Jersey.
Ugh. Nikki P. I mean, you're from Long Island.
Is it
It's
Nikki,
really not
Nikki
New
P's
York.
from Jersey.
Nikki P's from the Bronx, I think, or maybe he just lives there now. I didn't know people choose to move to the Bronx. My family did when I was in high school for some reason. Of course, I went to high school in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Producer John is
John.
from Bronxville. That's the suburbs. That's also like Will. Neither of you are really city people, so none of you count. I'm a true New Yorker.
Hey, I lived in Manhattan and Brooklyn for many years.
Everybody has some experimental years in their 20s if their family has enough money.
Yes, plenty of experimental years.
With the instruments?
with different flutes, didgeridoos, lots of instrumentation out there. Yeah, but
New York turning into a hellscape slowly post-COVID, though. Rats everywhere, my dad says, who still has his apartment there, obviously, and Katie's, my wife's family living in Astoria. A lot of rats, a lot of homeless. It comes and goes. They ebb and flow until we get another mayor like Giuliani to make it illegal to be a homeless. And we see where this goes. This is not why we're here. We have a new segment today that producer John prepped for us, High Noon Trivia. How do the rules work? Are you going to show us the thing? And they'll be on screen, or you're going to all right, so it's just closest to the pin. We're getting 3 questions. Let's, loser puts the other one in the 600. No, I don't know. Yeah, we're ready. Okay. Well, our first trivia question may be an interview. We're not sure.
would expect nothing less from producer John.
But this is a live show. All right. First question. What are the odds of being Delta Pocket pair?
What are the odds, DePaulo?
Do you have an answer?
I'm going to go with 8%.
Well, what's 12 to 1? Is that 8% also?
Don't steal my answer. We're going to interrupt because we've got Natalie out in the field with another great patriot of this country.
I'm here with Bill. He immediately asked why I'd want to interview him. I said, where do I start? The beret, the flags, the stone shirt. Bill, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? All right?
I'm doing great. It looks like you're pre-gaming the Millie Maker final table here. Is that a correct assumption?
Yes. A buddy of mine yesterday, I seen him online. I was watching him. There's a lot of different countries in effect here. I had to come here with my USA stuff here today and root us on, and hopefully he does well. He's part of the final 7 here.
A lot of Patriots out here today. Are you playing in any events?
No. You couldn't guarantee me a amount of money to play in the tournament.
Why is that?
I don't know if I could put up with the players.
What is it about them? What is it about them that you're trying to avoid?
I'm really being funny. I'm a little bit older. When I was younger, I would do it. It's a kid's game now, under 35. These kids have the stamina, the backpacks, the sunglasses, the headsets and stuff. They're looking for tells. They know what to do.
Where are you from originally?
Originally the Bronx, New York, but I've been out here 18 years, and I bet sports. Sports is my thing.
I enjoy betting sports as well. You have any favorite bet you like for the upcoming NFL season for the people?
I would look more towards early. You can bet now. You can bet like week 1, week 2, week 3. Look for the games that you can bet now that you know are going to move in your favor. You just want to be against the public. So you want to be against the public right now. You could bet on games that the public's going to bet, Dallas -2.5 versus Jets. I seen today. I think that's going to be a bit bigger by the time the games come. So you just want to put your mindset inside what the bookmaker is on, and you want to go opposite of what the public's on.
Fade the public. It's a great way to go. My last question, Vegas nightlife. I'm looking to have some fun. Where am I going?
The clubs here, we have a lot of clubs. We have a lot of great times. I don't choose to do that no more. I've had my nights where I spent $5,000 and $10,000 when I was younger myself, trust me. But I don't do that anymore. But this is a great town as long as you keep yourself in check. And this is Vice Central, this town, too. Drinking, drugs, gambling. Just be careful. Take it easy. Just know your own means. Don't act like you would act. Act like you would act like in front of your parents at home. It's hard to do, I understand.
Great advice in Vegas. Act like your parents are around, guys.
I don't know, a legend of the game there of sports betting, which your expertise is in poker player legends. I know the legends in the sports betting world. I don't know his name, but legend there with great odds, recommending you bet the Jets, bet week 4 now. But we were in the middle of trivia. I said 1 out of 12, which I did the calculations on, was the same answer as 8%. Since you said 8, I'll change mine to 7. Let's see who's right. Let's see, in the dramatic. So I was closer. Fuck your mother. All right. Next question, 1 for the good guys, 1 for the less withered rag. Will hasn't studied in years. What are your odds of hitting a set with your pocket pair? I think I should know this. I don't know in percentage form.
Well, you got to guess first now.
All right, I know. Wait, I'm just racking my brain if I actually know this.
You got to guess first so I can just guess the same thing but take a lower number.
Wait, what the hell? Why I should know this, man. I think it's 8%.
Are you going to go with 8%?
No. I'm going to go with 11%.
All right, I'm going to go with 4%.
Booyah! Will sucks at poker, confirmed washed up. You got to know these numbers if you're going to play.
Let's get through this, guys. Let's finish this up.
Just sealing the victory. If you hold 4 cards to a flush after the flop, what's the probability you will hit your draw? You have to know this. You're kidding.
I don't even understand what's happening on the screen. If you hold 4 cards, what does that mean?
If you have a flush draw.
All right, you know what? You since you're ahead.
32%.
30. I'm going to go with 32.5%.
You're a dick. It might be 33.
Let's go! Let's go.
Damn it.
Back in action. I win the trivia. The final answer, the final question. I win the trivia. Thank you guys for all your great answers in chat. I'm sure you all knew, too. The geniuses out there.
Shit.
Incredible
Essential
segment.
Poker Math is a great poker book, actually, that is timeless because it's just about pot odds. I'm a little ashamed I didn't remember that. You think of it as 1/3, so it's close enough.
Thank you guys in chat for hopping in on that trivia.
Great segment, John. John with the book segment, John with that segment. We may have technical difficulties, Mintzy blowing out our ears, but we get it done here. We get it done. This is a spoiler of next time's book review, stud, but I don't know if...
Yeah, keep that away. Don't tease that too much for next time. Yeah, we get it done.
It's going to be great.
In the face of all odds. A big night of drinking last night out at Carbone turned into a dusty morning here.
You're always around. Were you at Carbone?
I went to Carbone last
with
night.
Mintzy?
No.
With Natalie?
No.
Alone?
No, we had a table in the back, some high rollers, had a lot of comps going.
You and a lot of the legends using your noir cards to get in at Carbone at Aria?
Yeah.
See, I know where restaurants are. I've eaten there once. Carbone, when they found Carbone's body, it was frozen so solid it took them 3 days to unthaw it.
Yes, shout out to John Lucavisi Carbone, the mob legend that the restaurant was named after.
Are you a big mob fan?
I'm a huge Sopranos fan.
What's Jaffe? What's your ethnicity?
It's a Jewish name.
Jewish?
Very Oh, there we got Frank the Tank in the background. Let's security.
I didn't know. So you are Long Island Jewish.
Long Island Jewish.
That's
yes.
half of my heritage, actually. Well, no, part of it, not half. You know, I have some Long Island Jew in me.
Are
so
you?
respect.
You're part Jew as well?
Yeah, I'm half Italian, and then my mom was like a little bit of Jewish, a little bit of this and that, a bunch of white stuff. But her last name was like
stuff.
Rosenstein, and then they like changed it to Rose, my grandpa's name. I don't know, Ellis Island. I don't know where they do these things.
Also, thank you, DePaulo, for the kind words about my mother during the trivia.
Oh, that's just like a thing I say. You know, people on my rail yesterday yelled it to me like, "Yo, DePaulo, fuck your mom," and I'm like, "Yo, thanks, dude, you too." But
Shout out to
no
Joey.
disrespect to Mrs. Jaffe. No disrespect to Mr. Jaffe.
Yeah, hopefully they're not watching this.
My mother-in-law supports it more than my dad or wife or the mush. Shout outs to Carmen. Thank you, Miss Dillon.
Yeah, we've got an interview with Cherish Andrews on the way.
Oh, Brock
GPI
Wilson.
Female
Oh,
Player
yeah.
of the Year. She might just be GPI Player of the Year. She's been on a massive tournament heater, absolutely crushing out there. Let's see if we can get her.
I'm a dick. I was thinking, like, what is she doing? The reason I was about to first say Brock Wilson's significant other was because I was like, why is she here right now so early? But it's because she's there for Brock. But she's an amazing player in her own right. Obliterated me in a 3,500 WPT last year. I'll never forgive her. Cut to it whenever we're ready.
All right, we're out here in the Horseshoe, down to the final couple tables in the World Series of Poker, $3,000 event. And we just interviewed Brock Wilson, who's one of the chip leaders, and we're joined by what many people feel is his better half, one of the power poker couples, Cherish Andrews. Cherish, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. So, I mean, I know usually you're known to make some deep runs yourself. What's it like supporting Brock today?
It feels good. I'm actually in day 2 over there, starting in like 15 minutes, so I'll have to run over and check on him every now and then.
Look at this. I mean, watch out. I guess the Foxons may have some company for one of the most power poker couples. How's your summer going so far?
It's going pretty well. Started out slow, but the last week has been pretty good.
Well, I want to ask Brock a question. What the hell are you doing sitting here? Don't you have something better?
I'm actually supposed to be the big boss.
Get the hell out of here, Brock. Get back to it. So your day 2, how are you doing in the half and half?
Pretty good. I have 280K, gone to 6K big, so pretty good.
Damn, we need couples poker teaching lessons out of this crew. Damn, y'all are tearing it up. You're out here playing all summer?
All summer, yep.
Awesome. Well, good luck to Brock in day 3 of this 3K. Good luck to you. Run it up in this 280K. We'll certainly be following it. And thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Back to Will and Ron.
Yeah, we do have a plethora of final tables coming your way. I believe the Millionaire Maker starting at 1. Then I think we're going to have the 3K potentially as well, but I know we have the 25K PLO starting later today on PokerGo. Tune in if you want to see some poker. Me and DePaulo are going to be signing out of here soon, getting you guys into the real action.
Well, the Millionaire Maker starts at 1, but the coverage doesn't start at 1. Yeah, it starts at 2 because they have a delay so people can't steal information and look at the whole cards. But yeah, there you see it. Lot of final tables. The final, whatever of the event I played, including Jason Mercier, Maria Ho. A lot of Adam Friedman still in. He was on my table for a while. A lot of legends of the game in this mixed game, small field jump-offs. There's the 10K stud 8 or better with the amazing 150-person field. I mean, I'm being sarcastic. Fuck that game, but
these fields are massive. The 25K
Will's having a rough show. I think he was going to say something along the lines of the 25K PLO got, 800 people?
They got over 500 people.
Oh, 500. The 10K got 800. It's insane, though, these giant fields for these giant buying events. I mean, the 10K PLO is basically the PLO main event, right, of the series?
Yeah, well, normally the 10K PLO is the main, but this year the 25K PLO is the main. The 50K will probably be the triple main.
Do you have FOMO? You almost fired it. You were too egotistical and said I couldn't live with having that small percentage of myself. Do you regret not playing?
Yes, I regret not playing because even 25% of 2.3 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Who cares what percentage of yourself you have?
And the glory, the brand. I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, now you're in the content streets. You know what I mean? Just sell at face value to friends and family. You know, I would have taken a piece. You know, you owe me a couple hundred. I would have just been, put that in that 25K so I can be like a Brazilian on the rail. Looking to rail a close friend at some point in the series, both on and off the poker table, but I want to just be going crazy on a rail for someone. Can one of my close friends make a deep run or me, please? Anyway, Cherish Andrews there. She just wrecked me. I fucking had a deep stack, and a 3,500 WPT main, was about to make the money in that for the first time, and turned bottom pair into a bluff and check raise, bet, like jammed river.
Check raise, bet. But speaking of check raising, we got Brandon Shaq Harris out there in the field, mixed games legend.
Always with the hoodie on for some reason. I don't know what he's hiding under there. Maybe the Mike Postle spoon.
Yeah, maybe a potential mixed game solver underneath that hoodie, RTA. Speaking of which, before we get out of here, I wanted to get your thoughts. Phil Galfond had a tweet with a weird sexist grandpa reference last night.
I didn't read it. Can you summarize it for me?
Basically, what Phil was saying is that, even though Justin Bonomo was caught multi-accounting, we shouldn't equate what he did to what Ali did recently. And then Doug Polk responded by saying, cheating is cheating, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Curious what your thoughts are on the matter.
Well, I heard the Only Friends podcast and Matt Berkey talking about how Justin Bonomo, and I think this is where the racist grandpa comes in, and maybe even slavery would be, whatever, racist grandpa, same thing. But that they didn't know that it was wrong back then, or he was more innocent, like from multiing Bonomo was, right? That it was less like malicious or something.
Yeah, well, he was 17, and he didn't have a team. He just had 6 accounts in tournaments or something.
Right, but wasn't he playing sit and goes too, in very small
I don't have the details there.
Okay, well, either way, I think that there is both. I mean, there are different degrees to which you're cheating. I think it does kind of matter to what extent. But I think multi-accounting is much worse than ghosting or RTA even, actually. So it's funny that Ali admitted to what I think is the far worse of the three, where you have the potential to card share, which is worth infinity to these guys. When you're being ghosted or ghosting, or you're using RTA, you just have the same information available to everyone. When you're multi-accounting and you end up at the same table even, and you just have extra removal, that is information nobody else has. It's horrible on both fronts. But I do think there's something to be said, as we look at Brent molesting your father, Jared Jaffe, withered reg, very miserable. So about the cheating, though, I think that they were saying in the Only Friends that, that he didn't know. What the fuck was I going to say? I lost my train of thought with all this
Incredible
molestation
recap
talk.
here. Yeah, the molestation clearly got DePaulo.
Cheating is cheating. But Bonomo, he was saying, thought it was the Wild West. And in Ali's defense, he thought if you feel like you're being cheated, he felt, and it makes sense to think when Bryn Kenny is your fucking agent, right, in these GG games that are just sketchy on credit that you think you may never get the money back from, on VPN. GG knew everybody was playing on VPN in the United States. It was COVID. Everyone was home. They didn't care, right? So they're knowing, the site is knowing, they have an agent system that's sketchy. It's on Bryn's guarantee. I understand, indefensible, but I understand how you can feel like these are not going to be the cleanest games. Let me maybe do what I think everyone else is doing. It's a weird gray area where it's like, if everybody else is doing it, if you really believe that, even though he's wrong, I can see how you can warp yourself to thinking that. That's the benefit of the doubt that Berkey was giving Bonomo. And I think there's a path to give Ali the same benefit of the doubt a little bit, but fuck them both.
Yeah, I've just got word that Adam Hendricks is behind us.
Yo, let him get in here. Come here.
All right, take a seat. Tell him to take a seat. This episode's already gone.
Wait, how
so
about you
great.
get up and I talk to him? Hold on, we're going to get Adam Hendricks in here.
Let
we're going to hear one
Hendricks
side.
get in here.
Will too scared to face Adam. I'll ask you questions, and then he can respond. Here, we got Adam Hendricks.
Dust on the seat, I gotta get on.
All right. We're joined by Adam Hendricks. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no worries.
He said a lot of dust on the CDS to get off from all the dusty reg coming out of Will. So what's going on? Will called you a withered reg on the show.
Yeah.
Called you out for complaining about the WSOP and shit. But you said he's been ducking hard spots for years. I don't know what part of this you want to get into first. Like, if you want to get action, you want to blast him off. You think he's ducking you again?
I don't know. He said we're going to play the PokerGO, but I haven't heard anything since. So I'm open to play anytime. I mean, whatever.
Do you think he's a much more withered reg than you? You take offense to being called a withered reg?
But he's dusty.
And he min buys apparently, or whatever.
Yeah, Cherokee. He min buyed. I think smoked a joint, left for dinner, came back, saw the game was still tough, left. So maybe when we're heads up, you can't really leave for those long breaks like Nick Airball.
So I forget. Oh, and we have Mintzy in the field with Will to respond to this. Let's go out to Mintzy and Will. We're trying to get him action, but that he doesn't want.
Conversation with Will. Can I do? Okay. All right, we're out here in the field at the Horseshoe, and kind of roles reversed. Our host, Will Jaffe, being booted out of the host chair. And I think it may be time to have a tough conversation with Will, because Will has said a lot of things about Adam Hendricks, and now he's sitting in his host chair. Will, I believe the term was dusty rag, and now he's kicked you out of your own spot. What the hell is going on?
I don't really know what's happening. I was hosting the show. Adam came in and sneak attacked me. Great player, Adam Hendricks, one of the best up-and-coming players on the circuit. I don't know what happened. We had some technical difficulties, but really great player, even better person.
Does this guy have like some info on you? I mean, it seems like you're changing your tune on your analysis of him awful quick here.
Good guy, even better player, Adam Hendricks. Don't know why DePaulo called him a dusty rag and then called me out for it, but I got to take the fall here. I'll have to play him heads up if he wants to. I don't really know what's going on.
So all we have here is a classic misunderstanding.
Classic misunderstanding. We'll get it sorted out. We'll keep going with the show, and yeah.
Well, I mean, the question is, are you still going to be employed with the show? I mean, Adam Hendricks in your seat. I mean, what if he goes in there and puts on a show?
If Adam Hendricks is good, then he can have my spot.
I don't believe anybody can replace Will Jaffe, because no one has better dry humor, more fun, tough conversation. So I'll have to see it to believe it. I have no idea what Brent Hanks is talking about, but I believe it'll be a cold day in hell when we lose Will. But that's just my personal opinion.
Thank you.
Back to Adam Hendricks in the booth.
Victims, people don't know. He called you a withered rag too and is ducking you for heads up.
Yeah, they're silencing me. They're silencing me.
Will ducking another challenger. You see the young great Landon Tice there, child of the sim, trying to get action for Will. He doesn't want to play Landon. He doesn't want to play Adam Hendricks. We can go out to the floor with Mintzy in a second when he has Landon. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this, dude. Don't be mad at me.
It's all your fault, DePaulo.
All right, let's go to Mintzy and Landon with an update on just what happened.
I got something with him real quick. Yeah. All right, we're out in the field with a guy that doesn't really look like Adam Hendricks. He looks a little more like Landon Tice, guy we've seen around Vegas all the time. So, Landon, what happened to Adam? Did your body transform?
Yeah, I mean, I lost my frosted tips, but people don't know this. Will also came after me. Will called me a bad reg, dusty reg. He keeps ducking me, playing heads up, you know. So I have to come here and defend my boy. Will's been talking a lot of shit these days. Someone's got to step up to him.
Wait, Will called you a dusty rag? You're one of the only good young blood we have in the whole poker world. All the rest of us are just getting old. You're going to take that from him?
Listen, I'm here to call Will out. Will wants to play this game. We got this game, baby. I see you. Look at him, bro. He can't even handle himself right now.
I don't know, man. People are saying, not me, of course, but Will might look like the old washed-up dusty rag here. Not me. I would never say that, and I'm certainly not one of those at all myself, but I don't know. People are saying.
Yeah, you know, the people like to talk, but I've always got love for Will. Will wants to talk shit, you know. You come after one of the Thrill team, you come after us all, Will. I see you. I see him. He's right there. He's literally right there. Look at him. He doesn't know what to do.
Back to Will and Ryan for their response. Thanks, Landon. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
So there you have it. This is a day of some religious word, the Me Too movement against Will. If Will has slandered you in any way, come get action from this guy. He hasn't studied in years. He doesn't know the percentage of a flush draw. Doesn't know how many outs to anything. Come get your money, right? Will is giving it away. He's got the high noon money. He's ready to play heads up, but he may duck you. And thank you very much, Landon Tice, for coming forward with your story. I know it's not easy, especially when you get attacked by the guy. Thank you for Adam Hendricks for coming forward. Will, this is what happens when you fuck around, you find out with these guys.
I guess so. Gonna have to get some tips from Bill Perkins to deal with my new heads up match. Jesus Christ. If anything could have gone wrong today, it did. A great show here at high noon. Yeah, that's going to do it for us today, guys, and maybe for good. But to the producers, to the floor people, to everyone who wants to play me heads up, I don't care if you're a chat pro or you're part of the WSOP Thrill team, probably end up playing Samantha Abernathy. That's our show, guys. Get us out of here, Producer John, please.
in the hallway at Paris at the World Series of Poker, and we have got some serious merchandise for you to check out. Let's take a look around and see what we can find, because I know there's a lot of items I'm looking forward to wearing this summer. It's always cold in these rooms. Look, it may be hot outside in the desert in the summertime, but you're still going to need a hoodie when you're at the World Series of Poker. And we've got a bunch of good ones for you to check out. We got PokerGO Tour, pull over. We're joined by Brian.
Hello.
Well, I'm about to go pick out some merch because luckily for me, I think PokerGO felt sorry for me and hired me this summer. So I need to get some PokerGO swag to rep out here at the World Series. Brian, what should I get?
I would say first I would spin a wheel because then you can get a 10% discount.
10% discount? You're telling me I don't get free merch? Look, I thought it was assumed I got free merch coming out here. I'm really kind of going through a tough stretch here. You sure you don't have anything free for me?
100% do not have anything. I have sticker. Want a sticker? Let's go to the wheel.
Okay, let's go to the wheel. It seems like PokerGo's doing pretty well. I didn't know times were that tight.
Yeah, no, times are definitely tight. Definitely tight.
Well, maybe let's spin the wheel. The wheel, I've been told the wheel is just. So let's see what we get. Let's see if I can run a little better with this wheel that I've been running out here so far.
Look at this. An annual PokerGO subscription. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so honored. And while you're at it on the annual PokerGO subscription, if you want one of those, sign up with code Mintzy, $20 off. I mean, you have to get PokerGO. We're the best World Series of Poker content all summer long. Check us out. Live streams of featured tables, and we've got a high noon show, the only daily show from the World Series of Poker.
So here's the deal. Doug Pogue has never in history beat me playing live poker. It's never happened. We played once. I obviously won. Online poker thing, forget about that. We're playing live poker, my arena. I'm going to come away with the victory. Bring it. We're not even going to throw out the idea of him beating me, but if something crazy were to happen, you know, chances are pretty good that I would do a rematch. But we're not looking at no rematches.